Robredo's campaign is keeping the momentum going as thousands of people show up in each of her rallies as election day nears. That's despite surveys showing she's still way behind Bongbong Marcos. What do supporters think about this? Joining us now is Isambayan convenor Howard Calleja. Howie, thank you so much for joining us. Election surveys are showing VP Leni and Senator Kiko are way behind the front-running tandem of Bongbong Marcos and Sara Duterte. Is Isambayan concerned?
We are watching the surveys intently. We are putting it as a guide, but we are not disturbed. We are not afraid of these surveys. This is only a snapshot of what is yesterday, of what is a few weeks ago. But I assure you, by May 9, with all the rallies, Rico, ang maganda dito sa rally, it's not only the attendance, it's the energy, it's the volunteerism coming in. No? So I am not scared, or I am not faced by all of these surveys. This is only a guide. But in the end, what will win these elections is the election on May 9 with Leni and Kiko, and not the surveys.
But Howie, we've seen Bongbong Marcos and Sara Duterte not showing up in very important debates. The KBP Presidential Forum, the CNN Philippines Vice Presidential and Presidential debates. But still, this has not created a dent in their leads. It even increased their leads. So is the Leni Kiko campaign changing their messaging, changing or tweaking strategies to be able to dent into that, it seems like an insurmountable lead?
Yeah, but Rico, all of the surveys are done sometime February and early March, before all of this upswing of all of these rallies have been mushrooming and then giving support for Leni. No? Let's take heed of this March survey, this one that would be coming soon, not the one that was taken in February and or early March. So as I said, all of this is going into plan. We also saw back in 2016 that VP Leni was also trailing in the polls. So I think, and I am very confident, that we will give a surprise starting this March, April, and up to May, especially May 9, 2022.
Less than 2 months to go before the May 9th elections. Attorney Howie, what are the prospects of presidential candidates who are lagging in the polls and in surveys, uniting as one against the Marcos and Duterte tandem?
Yeah, Isambayan, as you know, Rico has been continuously pursuing a issue or a force of unity among candidates, but what is nice, what we have seen over the past year, over the start of the elections as well, starting February 8, the people are united towards VP Leni. But if some of the candidates later on would realize that their numbers are low, and I think they would unify together with VP Leni, that would be welcome. I still continue that efforts are still open. Efforts continue to unite the candidates. But more importantly, what is united with VP Leni are not only the candidates, but more importantly, the people are uniting behind her.
But are there emissaries from Isambayan or from the camp of Vice President Leni and Senator Kiko talking to the presidential and vice presidential candidates who are lagging in surveys to unite with the Leni Kiko tandem?
We have never stopped reaching out. We have never stopped talking. We have never stopped opening, or we have never closed the window or the door of opportunity to unite. So tuloy-tuloy naman ito. All of these are done as the campaign goes. But if it is successful or not, among the candidates, as I said, what is important is the unity among the people, the inclusiveness among the people from the left to the right. And then we are all together in one with VP Leni and Senator Kiko.
President Duterte, Attorney Calleja, has yet to name the candidate he would endorse, but he described, his ideal successor as a lawyer who is compassionate and who is pro-people. How is Isang Bayan reading through these blind items about the character of the candidate that President Duterte prefers?
Well, if you look at it, Rico, the only lawyer there that fits the bill or that fits the description would be VP Lenny. And we are not actively seeking any endorsement from the president, but any endorsement from any individual, even the president, would be welcome. And I think if you see that the president has good words to say to VP Lenny and Kiko, I think it is also evident that he has not so good words given to Bongbong Marcos, slighting, hinting of some maybe addiction to some candidate, and even saying that Bongbong Marcos is not qualified. He even said that he is a weak leader. This in contrast to saying that the need or the necessity of times is a good lawyer and economist, which, as I said a while ago, VP Lenny fits the bill perfectly.
And Isang Bayan's take on this alleged, very serious security breach in the operations of Smartmatic involving one of its employees who had access to confidential information, which was divulged by Senator Amy Marcos. What do you make of this?
We are very concerned, especially with the elections 52 days away. We are hoping to work closely with COMELEC, being one of the stakeholders in this election. So we are hoping that within these 52 days, these things can be remedied. We are in close contact as well with our COMELEC counterparts. So ayusin po natin yan. And siguro it is also time to say, Rico, that Isang Bayan has developed a computer app or a program that we can do a online streaming of election. This would be the first time in the Philippines. Siguro we can help with other facilities, with other media agencies that we can streamline or put live streaming, I should say, live streaming the elections for 106,000 precincts. So parang live po yan. We can put it live and we can do a fast count on election day.
And today as well is the first anniversary of Isang Bayan. Thank you so much for joining us on The Final Word. Isang Bayan convener, Howard Calleja.